Good evening and welcome. You're watching Breaking Views with me, Sanket Upadhyay, the show where we get you all the views so that you get the complete picture. So, 8वीं बार Nitish Sarkar. This is the 8th time he's been sworn in as the Chief Minister. You have Tejashwi Yadav, who has been sworn in as Deputy Chief Minister for the second time. But you see, there is a national impact as far as this Patna playbook is concerned. What has happened in Patna and what could be its possible national impact? Let's first get you its impact for the BJP. Number one, battle perception that the BJP gobbles smaller alliance partners. Biggest worry. Trust deficit as far as smaller alliance partners are concerned. For the opposition, this is a message for opposition unity ahead of 2024. Big message. But how much will they take it forward, one does not know. Let's turn the page of this playbook and see the next set of implications. On the BJP, fewer numbers in Rajya Sabha, more dependence on non-aligned players like YSR Congress and the BJD, which means an even greater urgency to be kinder to small alliance partners or to be kind to partners, alliance partners. For the opposition, we initially talked about opposition unity. Inversely, one more PM contender in the opposition, and that's the point that the BJP is making, that as if there was a shortage of PM faces in the opposition, here is one more. So will that be a unifying force or a major irritant going forward in 2024? Let's turn the page one more time. For the BJP, this is an opportunity to go it alone in Bihar for 2024 Lok Sabha and 2025 Vidhan Sabha. You see, many people feel this is an Apada Mein Avsar for the BJP. Bihar is the only state in North India where the BJP has always needed the support of an alliance partner. They are not a formidable force on their own. Could they become one by going it alone in 2024 and 25? And for the opposition, this is an opportunity to work out a working relationship between the Congress and the rest, because the Congress always tries to position itself as the fulcrum, as the epicenter, and then everyone around them. So can that relationship work out? All will hinge on how successfully Nitish Kumar runs his government with Tejashwi. So on the show, we discuss and we'll get you two important sides: the Bihar Action 2022 and its Impact 2024. Will alliance-gobbler image harm the Bharatiya Janata Party? All right, joining us right now is a man who has worked very closely with Nitish Kumar as his deputy. The former Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Sushil Modi, is now with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Modi. First of all, we heard your press conference and you made a claim which was actually sensational. You said that some people close to Nitish Kumar came to senior leaders in the BJP and said you make Nitish Kumar Vice President. And perhaps that may be the reason why this relationship has reached a break point. If this is true, who are these people? Would you like to name them?
No, see, yes. No, I would not like to name them, but very important people, 4 or 5 people are very close to Nitish Kumar. Out of these 4 or 5 people, 2 people, they approached our ministers, senior ministers in Bihar, and they asked that if it is possible, please make some effort so that Nitish Kumar could become Vice President of India. And after talking to the central leadership, they responded that it is not possible because BJP has its own majority, while BJP will make anybody else as the Vice President of India. So that was about 1 month or 1.5 months back when these talks about the Vice President was going on. ये उस समय की बात है, मैं किसी का नाम लेकर उनको expose नहीं करना
चाहूँगा. No, but according to you, is this the reason why he has broken away from you?
No. I'm not saying that this is the only reason that is broken. I'm not saying this. That it shows his ambition. And he knows that remaining within the NDA umbrella, he can't fulfill his ambition of becoming anything much more than chief ministership. उनको मालूम है कि मुख्यमंत्री के बाद वो कुछ नहीं बन सकते हैं. तो इसलिए उनको लगता है कि शायद अगर मैं यूपी में चला जाता हूं, कांग्रेस के नजदीक चला जाता हूं, तो शायद कल मेरी प्रधानमंत्री की उम्मीदवारी हो सकती है, शायद मैं कुछ और बन सकता हूं. And we thought that because he will become 75 by 2025, so he would like to have a graceful exit from politics. But we didn't do that. He is such a great expectation.
But
Doing
even
something
then,
that
Sushil
go-
ji,
going
I
in the
remember
arena of
you have been
the-
quoted as saying that many senior leaders of the BJP reached out to Nitish Kumar. Would you like to tell us who all? I believe he spoke to Amit Shah, he spoke to senior leaders.
No. Sri Dharmendra Pradhan visited twice in the last 2 months, and without informing the state BJP leaders, he directly went to meet Nitish Kumar. And on both the occasions, he never complained anything. He think everything is going on. There are tidbit small things. Don't worry for those things. We will so resolve all those issues. And only 2 days back, Sri Amit Shah made a telephone call to Nitish Kumar. और उन्होंने नीतीश से पूछा, क्या हाल है नीतीश जी, ललन जी का बयान देख रहे हैं अखबारों के अंदर, टीवी चैनल्स पर, क्या मामला है? तो you know what he said? He said that your party is having Giriraj Singh and our party is having Lalan Singh. So don't care for statements of Giriraj Singh and Lalan Singh. This was the word of Nitish Kumar. बाद में उन्होंने पूछा कि भाई आपके और भी नेताओं के बयान देख रहे हैं टीवी वगैरह पर, तो बोले कि नेता लोग बयान देते रहते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम लोग मिलजुल कर सरकार चला रहे हैं. और कल परसों की बात है कि मंगल पांडे और तारकिशोर जी जनता दरबार के बाद मुख्यमंत्री से मिलने गए और उन्होंने पूछा, तो सीएम ने कहा कि नहीं, अरे भी कुछ नहीं, सब ठीक ठाक है, चिंता मत करो. अरे भाई धोखा देना था. अगर इफ यू वांट टू चीट समबडी, हाउ यू विल इन्फॉर्म हिम और बिफोर हैंड दैट आई एम गोइंग टू चीट यू और आई एम गोइंग टू बिट्रे यू. लेकिन आज आप कह रहे हैं, यू आर मेकिंग स्केपगॉट ऑफ आरसीपी सिंह, you are making scapegoat of Chirag Paswan. If BJP worker had not worked for your party in 2020 elections, then why you became chief minister? You took 19 months to realize that BJP worker betrayed your candidates during 2020 elections. So the main thing is that because Nitish ji is in power for the last more than 15-17 years, so anti-incumbency, there is a fatigue. People want a change. They want to see a new face. They are bored by the same speeches. No, nothing new in each speech. तो जो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है, जो उनकी पॉपुलैरिटी का ग्राफ दिन पर दिन नीचे गिरता जा रहा है, उसका परिणाम था कि वो 45 पर आ गए. If Narendra Modi would not have campaigned aggressively and vigorously in Bihar, then Nitish Kumar would have reached 25, and BJP also could not have reached at 75.
No, two things, Mr. Modi. You are saying two things, Mr. Modi. You are saying that all possible attempts to reach out to Nitish Kumar were made, from Amit Shah to Dharmendra Pradhan to the state leadership of the BJP, and he kept saying that all is well.
No, even Prime Minister.
Prime Minister also spoke to him.
Yes, even Prime Minister in the last, not in the last 10-15 days, but in the last 1.5 year, more than half a dozen times, PM was always in touch with Nitish Kumar. But he never complained. If there was any complaint, if you are feeling humiliated, you could have talked to PM, you could have talked to Amit Shah, you have called to Nadda ji. No, Nadda ji, every month he used to give a call to Nitish Kumar just to know what is happening, everything is going on well. You never complained. You never said that I am being humiliated.
But
and
you know,
all of a
Mr.
sudden,
Modi,
this
going
RCP
forward,
thing,
you see, one of the things that is being said by the RJD and is being felt by many in the JDU is that BJP has become sort of an alliance-guzzling party, that whoever you ally with, you decimate that alliance partner. And a very recent example is, say, Maharashtra. For instance, even Chirag Paswan. They say you used Chirag and then you destroyed his party by creating a vertical split. Do you feel that this is going to be one trouble that the BJP is going to face going forward?
Please tell me one thing. Is Shiv Sena alliance partner of BJP? Once upon a time, Shiv Sena was alliance partner of BJP. But the last 2 years, Shiv Sena is not an ally of BJP.
No, what I mean to say is smaller parties. The BJP is the ruling party. Smaller parties.
They were the ruling party. No, you compared. Where it is questioned, you are betraying, you are claiming to become Chief Minister of Maharashtra and saying that Amit Shah has given a commitment. Where was the commitment? So because Congress and NCP, they came forward and supported Uddhav Thackeray, so he created a theory like Nitish Kumar that I was being humiliated and joined hand with the RJD. And the same Lalan Singh, because of Lalan Singh, Lalu Yadav was in jail. Because of Lalan Singh, Lalu Yadav has been convicted in more than half a dozen of cases. And because of Lalan Singh, there is a case against Tejashwi Yadav in which he is on bail. The trial is going on. So you have joined hands with such a young guy who is involved in corruption, not only charges. Charge sheet has been filed, trial are going on, and if COVID would not have been there, the trial would have been completed. And Nitish Kumar told me that this case against Tejashwi Yadav is a shut and closed case. Nobody can save Tejashwi Yadav. And you have joined hand with the same person. Ab ho sakta, this might be possible. Lalu Yadav is not feeling well. He is ill. He is bedridden. And it may be possible that Tejashwi may go to jail. Then it will become easier for Nitish Kumar to break the RJD and to make his own majority. This may also be his game plan, I don't know.
Mr. Modi, it almost sounds as if the BJP is trying to suggest that now that Mr. Nitish Kumar has allied with the RJD, you have already started talking about jail, charge sheet, ED, CBI, and using, all the tools of the BJP.
I mean, already charge sheeted now. I'm not talking a new thing. Already he's been charge sheeted and trials are going on. You may not be knowing. In IRCTC Ghotala scam case, Tejashwi Yadav has already been charge sheeted.
Okay, two last questions.
He is on bail.
I believe you have to go also. Two quick questions. Number one, you see JP Nadda's comment in Bihar is being used against the BJP, where he said that these smaller parties will get decimated, only BJP will survive. So stay with BJP. It is that comment which is being reflected and showcased by the JDU.
Sir, this is a general statement. Every leader, when he speaks, he gives a public meeting. मैं सफाया कर दूंगा. It means what? They are going to kill. They are going to. So ये तो एक general statement होता है कि हम इतने powerful हो जाएंगे कि सब खत्म हो जाएंगे. It means what? In democracy, no party is there, only one party is there. Can the democracy survive? So don't quote out of context. There was a general statement.
But do you think that this statement could have been worded differently?
That even in those states.
Do you think the statement could have been worded differently?
And that it is not the question of
used.
No, if you want to use out of context, you're free to use. But that was not the intention. That was not pointed against Janata Dal U or other smaller parties or alliance parties, but which party will not like that we should become powerful. So this is, one should not quote out of context.
Okay.
Nadda ji, it was a general type statement. When you give a public meeting, in public speeches, you say that hum sari seatein jeet jayenge.
Sushil ji,
it means what?
Sushil ji, my final question to you, a lot is being said about opposition unity. Yesterday, Tejashwi Yadav also said that, look, today is the day when Quit India movement happened and all alliance partners are now together. The opposition has become the government. This should be a message for a united opposition. Do you think that the opposition players in Bihar can lead this change or mobilize the opposition against Narendra Modi in 2024? A point that even Nitish Kumar made immediately after his swearing in.
See, if yesterday was 9th of August, then yesterday also was Muharram. And Muharram is a parv of Dukh, so of Matam. And the Shia Muslims, they don't celebrate, they Matam manate hain. तो आप इसलिए 9 अगस्त से क्या संबंध है उसका? और नरेंद्र मोदी का मुकाबला क्या ये नीतीश कुमार, केसीआर और ममता बनर्जी करेंगे क्या, जो अपने राज्य में 35 सीट भी नहीं जीत सकते हैं, 45 सीट भी नहीं जीत सकते हैं? अब जब नीतीश जी ने अकेले चुनाव लड़ा, he was decimated to 2 seats only, and his entire EBC vote was transferred to BJP. So this BJP is now 2014 BJP, and Narendra Modi is now 2014 Narendra Modi. Now he's much, much more powerful than what he was in 2014. And BJP, each and every booth we have a worker. We have at the ground level, BJP is so strong at the ground level. So we don't care for Nitish Kumar
Even in
or
Bihar.
Tejashwi Yadav. They may align with anybody. With anybody. He's in Bihar. I'm talking about Bihar. The entire EBC has been shifted to BJP. Where is the EBC vote? If EBC have voted for Nitish Kumar, then why he got only 45 seats? So that
He's
is
saying
a long
because you
history,
used
that
the
is a long
Chirag
back
model
when
against
Nitish
him.
was very powerful. So if you are so powerful, it means BJP is so powerful. It means BJP is so powerful. So or after 19 months we realize this. You took 19 months to realize that BJP planted Chirag Paswan. So you could not realize this truth. If it is true, after 1 month or 2 months, it took you 19 months. So देखिए जब तोड़ना होता है तो कोई बहाना चाहिए. तो बहाना मिल गया उनको.
लेकिन सुशील जी, you look at Bihar. Bihar is the only state, North Indian state, where the BJP is not a force on its own, right? You have always been in an alliance with the JDU. Now the JDU numerically is weak, but you do not have the numbers on your own to form a government. Do you think that will change, or this is some sort of an opportunity for you to go
where
alone?
we are going? Where we are going to be? We have not said that we will form government immediately. We only said that in 2025 भी केवल 4-5 साल पहले यूपी में बीजेपी सरकार बनाएगी, आपने प्रेडिक्ट किया था क्या? त्रिपुरा में सरकार बनाएगी, आपने प्रेडिक्ट किया था क्या? बंगाल में बीजेपी 4 से 70 पर पहुंच जाएगी, ये किसी ने सोचा था क्या? तो राजनीति के अंदर 1:1 2 नहीं होता है. 1:1 can become 11 also. So Narendra Modi has become so popular not because of anything else, because of his work. जिस तरह से उन्होंने कोविड में काम किया, जिस तरह से आज इन्फ्लेशन को रोकने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से चीन पाकिस्तान के साथ मुकाबला कर रहे हैं. So नरेंद्र मोदी 24/7 he is fighting, he is working to make this India great, and people has realized this. So that's why they are with the Narendra Modi, not because only Narendra Modi is there.
So will Nitish Kumar be able to strengthen his base in the JDU? My final question, Sushil ji. Will Nitish Kumar be able to strengthen his performance in this opposition alliance? Or will the BJP be able to strengthen its base from here?
See, already
what is your reading?
Sir, he has lost. Sir, he has lost his EBC base. No EBC voter are not with Nitish Kumar. Because Narendra Modi is EBC, is a Teli. And Teli in Bihar are EBC. And the RJD goons, this Ati Pichhada, this EBC, they have seen the 15 years of RJD, how their land were being grabbed, how they were, उनके जमीन से जिनको हटा दिया गया, कब्जा कर लिया गया, मारपीट किया गया, उनके कितने लोग जेल के अंदर बंद हैं, करप्शन के आरोप में, रेप के आरोप में. This is the character of RJD, a party of lumpens. So he is aligned with a party of lumpens, and is talking about Susasan, and is talking about that he will give a good governance. Then why he left RJD and joined hands with BJP?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sinha, for joining us on this broadcast. How can you not comment on the goings on in Bihar? How do you look at this development? How would you respond to the BJP saying that Nitish Kumar can't be trusted? Itni baar he has moved from here to there.
Allow me to rephrase the whole question. How is the impact of this whole so-called flip-flop or so-called the government making over here? I would say by and large the people are very happy. In fact, they are saying for BJP, our friends from BJP, they have been doing it over the years. Jaisi karni, waisi bharni. They have done it in Madhya Pradesh through their arrogance and the dhan shakti. They have done it in Goa. They are doing it in Maharashtra. Now Nitish Kumar has paid them in the same coins, paid them back in the same coins. They have got the test of their own medicine, Bharatiya Janata Party. And so over here, the euphoria is there, general happiness is there. By and large, as I said, people are very happy about this change, which seemed to be absolutely inevitable. the government at the center, for that matter, the leadership at the center, over the years, have been just giving a junjunna to Nitish Kumar and not fulfilling any promises they made, including 1,75,000 crore Bihar ki boli or 1,50,000 crore, or for that matter, the special package of Bihar with Nitish has been asking for everything right from the beginning. And they wanted to be dominant partner over here, the locals, my friends from the Bharatiya Janata Party unit in Bihar, and the center over here. Just recently they had come over here, and also while a tremendous amount of dhan shakti, misuse of money and misuse of arrogance and power they showed in Bihar, and also the statement was given over here that was like an icing on the cake that we shall be there, finish the opposition नहीं रहेगी, सिर्फ हम लोग रहेंगे, हम ही हम रहेंगे. अरे हम ही हम रहोगे तो फिर कैसे रहोगे? आखिर लोकतंत्र है, कंट्री में विपक्ष है, इतनी सारी पार्टियां हैं, रीजनल पार्टीज हैं. So this was like an icing on the cake for the political observers that our friends from Bharatiya Janata Party, they announced over here just a couple of days back that no opposition, और हम लोग ही रहेंगे और हम लोग ही आगे बढ़ेंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ही रहेगी. ऐसे नहीं होता है. So now they have got it, and as I said, it was inevitable. People by and large are very happy in Bihar in general and Patna in particular.
Shatrughan ji, that point that you made, I want you to perhaps elaborate on it a little. Do you feel that there is a sense among the smaller alliance partners that BJP is some sort of a alliance-gobbler, that they will finish off whoever does business with them? Do you think this fear exists in the alliance partners or will exist from here on?
Yes, indeed. Not only this, BJP has been doing it. Our friends from BJP, for that matter NDA, they have been doing it. They are trying to finish the smaller parties or the regional parties and just see the results. Now somebody has got the bull by the horn. Now this is the right time. The timely action and decision of the most matured and khuddar, our friend and the politician Nitish Kumar, has shown the way to the people in general and also the opposition leaders in particular, कि भाई, एकता is the only way out. Stand united. In Bihar, you just saw, all the people have joined Nitish Kumar. 164 people. And only BJP is left out. I feel sorry for them. How come they didn't see the writing on the wall? The writing on the wall was there. But चले जा रहे थे, अकेले चले जा रहे थे अपने एरोगेंस. अभी इन्होंने इतना ज्यादा करके नीतीश कुमार ने दुनिया को दिखा दिया है, बता दिया है कि now only way out is the unity. United opposition is the answer. Answer to the arrogance, answer to the अहंकार.
नहीं, ये arrogance और अहंकार की तो आपने बात की शत्रुघ्न जी, but you see the success of this opposition alliance will largely hinge on the success of this alliance in Bihar, right? So, because the reason why I ask you this question is because the image and perception of, say, an RJD, and as alleged by Nitish Kumar himself in 2017, is that they are corrupt, they are lawless, they are not letting me function, and now he's doing business with them. So do you feel that the success of a larger opposition unity hinges on the success of this alliance between these two players, the maturing of their alliance?
I just told you, Sanket, that Nitish Kumar, I called him a matured politician, a matured leader. Over the years, we also understand and we change according to time. We have seen Nitish Kumar today, the kind of development Bihar has seen in last few years, especially in last few years, Bihar has never seen that kind of development. So today, when Nitish Kumar on the track, and he is at the helm of the affairs, he is the leader, and he is taking, and that too, along with Iksha or Apeksha ka pratik, the youth power of Bihar state, Tejashwi Yadav, who is very dynamic, who is very progressive, who is very sharp. That boy, people have lots of expectations from him, and I hope, wish and pray that he would be able to live up to the expectations of the people. They have come together, and with all the time in their hand now, they're 2.5 years now, I'm sure they will be absolutely on the right track, and given a chance, choice and priority, they will be only for the development, peace, progress and the pride of the state Bihar.
अब एक सवाल, अब आपका एक डायलॉग बहुत फेमस है, दिस वेरी फेमस शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा डायलॉग सेइंग खामोश. So do you think that Nitish Kumar and Tejashwi Yadav's alliance has it in them to use that word to the BJP in Bihar and then hopefully in other places? Khamosh.
Bilkul. Thus far, no further. This far, no further. And our people, our friend Nitish Kumar, and though I could say कि मैं कहाँ हूँ इसमें, मैं तो बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना है,
original बिहारी बाबू आप
the internal affair. But having said this, I would say nonetheless, I am Bihari Babu, and Bihar's progress and Bihar prosperity, Bihar peace is my prime concern. तो मैं तो जो बिहार की बेहतरी के लिए होगा उससे मैं बहुत खुश होता हूँ. मैं भी आज खुश हूँ जो आज हुआ है, और इससे भी खुश हूँ कि सही समय पे सही डिसीजन लेकर सही लोगों के साथ, तेजस्वी यादव ग्रुप के साथ, उन्होंने जो एक बोल्ड कदम अभी आगे बढ़ाया है, राइट टाइम, और राइट टाइम में राइट डायरेक्शन बढ़ाकर हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एरोगेंस को और हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अहंकार को और उनकी धन शक्ति को खेला होबे का नारा ममता जी से लेते हुए आज ममता बनर्जी की राह पे दिखता हुआ है, और इन्होंने कह दिया सबको खामोश.